And welcome back to the Houston Texans franchise rebuild. Here today, we have Week 10 action versus the LA Rams. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. Please leave a like, comment down below what you thought of today's action, and don't forget to subscribe. As we just got back into the winning column here versus the LA Chargers, beating them pretty easily, 37-12, in a ball game where our defense played excellent football and our offense bounced back after 3 straight weeks of doing nothing. Mason Pryor over in that span threw 12 interceptions and struggled massively. And now we're back into this winning column. We have made a lot of moves here. And at the beginning of today's episode, I think we're going to go through a couple things. So first and foremost is these contracts. You know, we traded for both John Franklin Myers and Calvin Ridley. Now, I think when we kind of look at these two players, I kind of have two different perspectives on them. Ridley, let's start with Ridley, and the reason why right now I want to wait on his contract here. Ridley's 30 years old, and he's only an 84 overall. This is basically his peak. He's only going to get worse from here on out, and this is, by the end of this 3-year deal, paying him, you know, $7 million a year, we're probably not going to be, you know, it's just an expensive contract to keep a third receiver. For now, we're going to hold off on Ridley probably until the end of the season. He is a player I would like to keep. For John Franklin Myers, on the other hand, he's a contract that I do want to work on. You know, Myers is 28 years old. He can play on both in the interior, the edge. He can do a little bit of everything, and I really like that about Myers. And I do think that this is a fair contract, 2 years. Do I think he's going to get any better? Probably not, but he will probably stay at a solid 83 overall by the end of the contract. So we'll bump up this money just a little bit, and we'll offer him this 2-year deal, and we got the deal done. So we kept John Franklin Myers. The other reason why I wanted to keep Myers is when you look across this defensive line, and let's talk about this real quick. You know, when we look across this defensive line, you know, we have Myers, we have Dwight, we have Nick Bosa, we have Steven Dalton, and then we have Elliott, and of course, you know, whoever else. But Cameron Hayward, probably by the end of the year, probably won't be on this roster. He will probably retire. Tim Settle, it's kind of up in the air if we'll keep him as depth or not. Lamb, he's just a solid runs defender. Right now, keeping Myers and his flexibility makes a whole lot of sense to me, and not to get into a bidding war. Dwight has proven that he can play. He's just the same type of player as Myers. So, you know, for the next few seasons, we will have 2 guys that can both play the edge as well as play the interior, the defensive line. With both Dalton and Bosa that can always play in the interior with Elliott. I think we have we kind of solidified a defensive line for the next few seasons with this move. I think it makes a whole lot of sense for us, and I do really like that. The other thing that I wanted to talk about at the beginning of this episode is the draft. Something that we have not really discussed too heavily. You know, we went through kind of who we're kind of focused in on, you know, safeties, corners, you know, defensive ends, tight ends, you know, and some other positional groups. We're kind of doing, I'm kind of looking at this draft class as more building a base, you know, kind of just trying to get the general gist of this class. And my first impression of this class, even though in the top 5, you know, we have 2 quarterbacks, 2 edge rushers, and a tackle. You know, overall, this class seems very underwhelming, and I think that this class is going to more or less be players that are, you know, in the later rounds as kind of steals. So let's go through the entirety of the offense. So there's 2 quarterbacks here that I like, and Bob Klein here and Jalen Rogers. Bob here is probably my favorite between the 2 of them. He has just the best accuracies between any of these quarterbacks. He has good to great throw power. Bob here, we're not in a market to draft a quarterback, even a backup quarterback, but I still wanted to do my homework. In terms of the running back position, Well, probably my favorite running back is Stephen Love here. Love has that ball carrier vision, 21 years old. He's an elusive back. You know, he has solid to good speed. He's an okay athlete. We'll see his athletic ability down the road. But in my opinion, Love is the most intriguing player. We have a couple other guys here that I like between either for Terrell's power or Devon Wooden's speed. So we'll see what we can do at the running back position. When we flip it over to the receiver position, and this is kind of what I'm talking about, you know, Devontae Gills here, who's 21 years old, who might not be the most premier route runner, not the best athlete, but that A-spec catch is intriguing to me. Gills here could be one of those like later round players that we get just to, you know, add a quality physical receiver. Elijah Curley here, 22 years old. He's actually my favorite receiver in the draft class, and he is probably one of the players that I would be highly considering moving up to go get here. Curley is an excellent athlete. He has excellent skills across the board. I think he could be a complete number 3 receiver. We have a few other guys down the board here as well, a couple other first-round picks as well, you know, Theodore Harland here. But overall, the receiver position, you know, these guys we would just draft if necessary, of course. When we flip it over to the tight end group here, and these are really the 4 best tight ends. I think there's more good tight ends in this class, but these are my 4 favorites. Nolan Baker here, he looks like a physical freak. Is it Nolan? No, it's not Baker. It's Kevin here. Excuse me, I got my players mixed up. Kevin here, he's just an excellent athlete. He is definitely a down the field type of presence playmaker. And he intrigues me a lot as well. Same with Ben Silver here. I don't know who. I know early on I would love to draft a tight end, but I don't know if we would be able to. Flipping over to the offensive line, and my thought process across the offensive line is this kind of the same thing with the receiving group. If we're gonna go get a difference maker for the offense, it's at tackle. You know, we have 3 first round tackles here at right tackle, and then we have 2 here in the first and at left tackle. You know, Bobby James probably not a player we could go get, but Elijah Haskins here, who has almost A's across the board, and even if they're just B's or something, he looks solid here. He looks like a very much of a quality tackle here. So Haskins could be easily the pick. There's a few other offensive linemen that I like, but not too many. This doesn't seem like a, you know, right guard seems like the spot where we would get the depth down the road. In a future episode, we'll talk a little bit about the defense. We'll go through the defense. I've gone through and put everyone on my board that I kind of intrigued up to this stage. So now let's focus here on week 10 here. We got the LA Rams here, who are 5-4. We're 5-3. We haven't played this team too much. Let's go check out this Rams team. And here are the St. Louis Rams, led by Jalen Ramsey, Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, Adante Johnson here, and then there's a massive drop-off here at talent. The Rams over the last few years of this franchise really have not done too much. They still have Matthew Stafford at quarterback, but he's becoming a shell of himself. They brought in Nyheim Hines here for running back, but, you know, they don't have the most talented running back group. Receiving, though, they have both Johnson and Kupp, 2 very good receivers, both slot receivers, though, so I don't really know how that's working out. But Marlon Carey, excuse me, probably the most intriguing receiver. But overall, I think they have a quality tight end. Yeah, Jay Newman here. Probably one of their better draft picks they have made over the throughout this franchise. More of a possession type of tight end, but overall, they haven't done too much. I'm kind of surprised that they've been putting up wins. They actually have a couple young offensive linemen that I noticed. 2 young guards. Do they have a young tight end or center? No. But overall, they have a lot of work to do. They're an aging roster that needs some time here. And we'll see what they can do. You know, but they still have top tier talent. It should be a fun, exciting matchup. I do expect a victory. And let's get into today's action here in week 10. And welcome back to Houston, Texas here in week 10. It's the Texans versus the LA Rams. Both teams coming into this ball game with 5 victories and looking to improve to 6 victories on the campaign. For the Houston Texans, throughout this campaign, we've won 4 straight, then dropped 3, and we just got back into the winning column, and hopefully we can stay there this week. David Elliott suffered a season-ending injury last week, so expect both Dwight, John Franklin Myers to get more playing time across this defensive line. We did re-sign Myers to a new contract here, and this is also week 2 of this new offense here for Mason Pryor. Is he going to get more comfortable, or is he going to continue to go back to his old ways a couple weeks ago? For this Rams team, they're a top-heavy offense, a top-heavy team with talent. No doubt about it. They have Hall of Famers on this roster, but unfortunately, they are not enough to be a complete roster. Johnson here, the newest addition in this past offseason. Hopefully he can help out veteran quarterback Matthew Stafford. And leading out his Houston offense is number 15, Mason Pryor. Number 15 has 15 interceptions and 15 touchdowns, 2,000 passing yards so far. Hopefully he can continue to improve in this new revamped offense. Last week I really enjoyed playing in this new offense here, and hopefully we can continue to improve here. We'll start with the carry here with Tony Pollard, as Pollard, the veteran back, is able to get 4. We got a lot of different receivers involved, and I really like that with this offense. 2nd down and 6 here. Pryor will look to throw for the first time in today's action. Gets this ball to Ridley, who was kind of a more of a focus. He gains 3. Forcing a 3rd down and 2 here for this Houston team. 3 tight end formation. Pryor handing this ball off to Dameon Pierce, and Pierce is able to go up the middle, gets 4 yards. We just have to stay away from both Aaron Donald as well as Jalen Ramsey here. Pryor, play action fake, looks to throw now, trying to get this ball down the field here, and that's Paul Wilkerson who reels it down for an easy 23-yarder. Good job right there for number 4. Sticking with this I formation here. Pryor, more play action, looks to throw, and he's looking to take a deep shot here. He wants Wilkerson in the end zone, and he caught it. Touchdown, Houston. What a job here for Paul Wilkerson, and just like that, Houston has a 7-0 lead. And here comes the veteran quarterback, Matthew Stafford. Stafford has thrown 12 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. He's been around the league for a long time, helped this Rams team to win a Super Bowl, and now he's trying to get back there one last time. Stafford here will start at his own 25-yard line here in the shotgun, handing this ball to the new running back, Hines here. We know this running back pretty well. Hines has actually ran the ball against us pretty well, actually. We'll see if we can keep him in check. Throughout this season, it's been our defense that led the way, and hopefully they can continue to do so. Here's Stafford dropping back. He looks to throw. He slings it underneath here to his backup tight end. I think that's Norwood for 7. Stafford in the pistol formation here on 1st down. Takes the snap, hand this ball off to Hines, who's met in the backfield by Nick Bosa. 2nd down and 10 here. Stafford handed this ball off again to Hines here, and our defense is wrapping up fairly quickly. Our run defense has been probably the best we've ever seen with this defense here. As it's going to be 3rd down and 8 here. Hopefully we can get a little pressure here. Stafford takes the snap. He looks to throw. Slings it to the outside here. And here's Cooper Kupp. Kupp, one of the best receivers in this league. He gets the 1st down and enters into Houston territory. Here at the 40 now. Stafford in the shotgun, staying with his 3 receiver set. Here goes Hines, and he's met immediately yet again. 2nd down and 10 here. I formation here. Stafford, play fake, looks to throw, takes his deep shot. No, he's going to be undercut here. Jalen with the INT. The young safety is able to get, I believe, his 1st interception of the new campaign. And Jalen sets us up right around midfield. Excellent job by our defense. Bad pass there by Stafford. Pryor will start at his own 44-yard line here. 2 tight end formation. Pryor, play fake, looks to throw, looking to take a deep shot here with Nico Collins, and Collins can't reel it in. Punched out by Ramsey. We've seen a lot more 2 tight end formations in this offense here. Here goes Dameon Pierce trying to cut it outside, and he does so successfully. He's trying to get to the sideline here. Kicked out of bounds here, right around the 39. This running game has really taken a new life here with Dameon Pierce as he gets again the call, but he's met by Donald. As it's 3rd down and 10 here for Pryor. He's going to motion out here Tony Pollard out wide. So now it's an empty look here. Pryor takes the snap. He looks to throw here, and he's looking end zone here. He wants Collins, and Nico Collins left alone there with a safety. Caught it in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. What a job here, and Houston will take a 2-score advantage here early on in this ball game. As the Rams here will start at their own 17-yard line here off the turnover. What can they do on this possession here? Play fake here for Stafford. Wants his deep shot here. Here goes Cooper Kupp, who catches it and runs it and tackled close to midfield. Fresh set of downs here for this Rams team. Offset pistol formation here. Looks to throw his Stafford. Slings it underneath here to Kupp. Yet again, his favorite receiver. Gain of 7. 3rd down and 3 here for Stafford and team. Handing this ball off to Hines, and Hines is able to pick up the 1st down. Past midfield now here. The Rams trying to get their own score here. Here is Johnson. No, excuse me. I think that's Phillips here. Finding various different ways to get these receivers involved, which is the strength of this offense. Hines gets the call again, and our defense is right there to stuff him. 2nd down and 12 here for Stafford. 2 tight end formation here. Handing this ball off again to Hines. Cuts it outside now. Makes a move. Trying to cut it more inside. And he gets the 1st down and more. Penalty flag is thrown though. I think this play is coming back regardless. And it is. It's holding. 2nd down and 19 here for Stafford. As he takes the snap, he looks to throw. Plenty of time in the pocket. He slings it to the outside here for Kupp, who gains 2. 3rd down and 17 here for Stafford. Our Houston defense trying to get off the field. Looks to throw his Stafford. Looks down the field. He's going to be undercut. Picked off by Derek Stingley. And Derek Stingley, the young talented superstar corner, with his first INT of today's action here. What a job here. Stafford has had 2 drives, all ending in turnovers. And now if you're this Houston offense here, you're trying to go up by 3 scores and really putting a massive damper on this Rams team. Here's a carry here for Pierce, gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8 here for Pryor as he takes the snap. He looks to throw now, looking, feeling the rush, trying to get this ball here to Ridley, and Ridley somehow was able to make the catch, gain of a couple. And here at the beginning of the 2nd quarter here, Houston faces a 3rd down and 6 here, up by 2 scores. What can they do? Pryor looks to throw, got hit as he threw, and that's going to force a punt here for this Houston offense. Stafford will start here at his own 28-yard line, trying to avoid the turnover. Houston sends a blitz though. Here's going to be a catch for the rookie tight end, Jay Newman. So far, our defense has been keeping this Rams offense at bay. Hopefully, we can keep it up here against Stafford. He looks to throw now, looking, felt some rush. He got this ball here to Kyle Phillips here. Phillips makes a move, cuts it to the sideline, and tackled at the 33 of Houston. 2nd down and 5 here. 3 receivers to the right, looks to throw Stafford, and he got Kupp here, and Cooper Kupp was wide open. Bold to go now here as the Rams are knocking at the door in the end zone. Looks to throw his Stafford. Looking. Wants someone. No one's open here. Defense is playing excellent coverage, but it's going to be caught here. Kyle Phillips, touchdown LA. What a job there by the Rams offensive line here off the 4-man rush. But Kyle Phillips was able to finally break free of the man-to-man coverage. Houston will start here at their own 33-yard line here by a score. Offset I formation. Here goes Pierce. Pierce tries to cut it inside. He's only going to get a few. 2nd down and 7 now. Pryor in the shotgun. He looks to throw. Slings it over the middle. He wants Nico Collins, and Collins was left open. And Collins gets the 1st down and more. As Houston has been able to utilize every single one of these offensive weapons to their full potential so far. Here goes Tony Pollard as Pollard's able to get 4. Here's a 3rd down and 6 here for Pryor. Takes the snap, he looks to throw now, trying to get this ball to Collins, and Collins again reels it down here at the 10. What a job there by Nico Collins. Excellent route ran, and that's going to set us up here at the 10-yard line. 3rd down and 8 here for Pryor. He can't get a 1st down, but he's probably going to look end zone here. Pryor takes the snap. He is looking end zone now, scrambling, looking, trying to get this ball to Ridley. It's off the mark. It's 4th down. We'll settle for 3. The Rams here will start at their own 25-yard line here, down by 10. Here's Stafford. He looks to throw. Slings it underneath here. That ball's almost tipped and almost picked. 3rd down and 6 here. 3 receivers set here for Stafford, trying to avoid the 3 and out. Looks to throw, slings it here, and that ball's off the hands of Phillips. It's 4th down. Offset pistol formation here for Pryor in his own 29. Play fake, looks to throw, looking, feeling some rush here. And we've seen a lot more pass rush here for this LA Rams. 3rd down and 6 here for Pryor, trying to avoid his own 3 and out. He looks to throw now, gets this ball here for Collins, and Nico Collins underneath here now. He gets the 1st down. Fresh set of downs here for this Houston team. Pierce is the back in the shotgun. He's gonna get the call, gonna follow his offensive line, and he's almost gonna get the 1st down. 3rd down and 3 here for Pryor. He needs this conversion. He takes the snap, he looks to throw, feeling the rush. He's gonna step up in this pocket, he has room in front of him, and he will slide safely here at the 29. Pryor is showing his mobility here, as he's gonna be motioning now. Paul Wilkerson takes it, flips it out here to Wilkerson, trying to cut it to the sideline, and he does so. His great speed here will get him 8. 2nd down and 2 now. Pryor motioning this time Nico Collins, and now it's Collins' turn for an easy little play here, and Collins gets some good blocking, and he will fight for the end zone. 21-yarder, touchdown Houston. What a job there by Nico Collins. His athletic ability was able to get him into the end zone here. Just what a concept here for this Houston team. They ran basically back-to-back plays with their 2 superstar receivers. Down by 3 scores here for this Rams team. Can they get back into this ball game, as this Houston team has just locked it in? Taking a deep shot here. Kupp makes the catch. Tackled past the 50-yard line here, and you just can't let Cooper Kupp get past you like that. Cooper Kupp is having himself so far a day here. Maybe the last play here before the 2-minute warning. Slings it quickly here. This is Kyle Phillips yet again, and he gets his team to the 20. Empty look here for Stafford, as he's spreading out this defense, trying to make a big play. He looks to throw. Looking down the field, Jay Newman, the rookie tight end, will find the end zone. Touchdown, LA. Excellent play design right there for the young tight end. And he is probably their most intriguing offensive weapon in these next few years. 2-minute drill here for Pryor and his team. What can he do on this drive? Takes the snap. He's going to start with a little screen here for Dameon Pierce. Pierce trying to break free of Blake Cashman, and he can't. Pryor sticking to the shotgun here, takes the snap, he looks to throw, slings it over the middle here for Richard Palmer, and Palmer with a big time reception here, and Houston will make their 1st time out. Pryor goes under center here, bunch formation to his left, looks to throw, as he's gonna get this ball here to Calvin Ridley. Ridley with a good catch and run here, and he's able to scurry out of bounds here at the 40 of LA. 2nd down and 10 here for Pryor. Takes the snap. Here comes another screen here for Dameon Pierce. Now Pierce gets some good blocking. He's going to cut to the sideline and scurries out of bounds himself. Good job there by the young star running back. Minute 03 now here. Pryor in the shotgun, LA. They're going to send a blitz here. Pryor, he's looking end zone here with Ridley, and Calvin Ridley goes up and he reels it down. Touchdown, Houston. Calvin Ridley, I believe that this is his 1st career touchdown as a Houston Texan, and Houston goes up back by multi-scores here. Now with less than 60 seconds to go here for Matthew Stafford, can you go down the field and put up points? Play fake here for Stafford. He wants to take a deep shot here, and he's going to do so here with Johnson. He caught it on the sideline here, and that's entering immediately into Houston territory. Can't have that if you're Houston now. Hopefully we can only avoid, as long as we avoid another touchdown here, because if LA can get another touchdown, they kind of stand this ball game here. Quickly gets this ball here to Kupp, and Cooper Kupp breaking tackles, breaking free. Tackled at the 26th timeout, LA. Fresh set of downs here for this LA team. Spreading out this defense yet again here. 3 receivers set. Stafford takes the snap. He looks to throw. No pass rush here. And this is Kyle Phillips on the sideline. 2nd down and 2 here. Stafford again changing up the play here. Going to an empty look now. Stafford wants to get into this end zone, looks to throw. 4-man rush here. Dwight, the rookie edge rusher, gets the sack from the interior position. What a job here for the young star pass rusher. As it will be 3rd down and 14 here. Stafford has to get inside the 15, looks to throw, looking, settles underneath here, and our defense is right there. And this LA team will settle for 3. As here is a chip shot field goal attempt here for Graham Gano, and it's up and it's good. So we're going to be heading into halftime here in week 10. Houston's up 31 to, I believe, what, 17? I believe that's the score right now. I saw it, then I immediately forgot. Usually the game tells you, yes, 31 to 17. So far, offensively, it's been just about even. Besides, we've been able to run the football. You know, we just got to keep every play in front of us. Our secondary has struggled against these two top receivers. Kyle Phillips has taken full advantage of that. If we can continue to just play good defense for the rest of this action, and our offense can, of course, avoid any sort of turnovers, we should be okay in today's action here. You know, we shall see if this LA Rams team can make this into a ball game. And here at the beginning of the second half, LA will start with the football here. Stafford, play fake, and he felt the rush. Rashad Evans in the backfield. Houston sent an all-out blitz, and that's an excellent way to start off the second half if you're a Texans fan. And if this pass rush can start to get going a little bit, Matthew Stafford will have a long second half. Looks to throw, looking, and he's going to be sacked again. Bosa, his turn. And Nick Bosa, he does it again for his defense. And now it's third down and forever here for Stafford. And this is not how you wanted to start off the second half. Stafford in the shotgun here. Houston sends a four-man rush. And he's looking down the field here. The ball is tipped and it's away. It's fourth down. Will force a 3-and-out. Meyer will start at his own 40-yard line, spreading out this defense, starting with the carry here for Tony Pollard. Pollard, the veteran, back, able to get a couple. Second down and 7 here. Pryor in an empty look. He looks to throw now, slings it over the middle. Here's Calvin Ridley. Ridley, the veteran receiver, able to get the first down. As this Houston offense is able to get immediately into LA's territory. Looks to throw it yet again is Pryor. Looking down the field here. Ridley coming back for the football, and he reels it down here at the 33. Somehow the veteran receiver was able to help out his young quarterback, and that's why we need a veteran receiver like a Ridley out there. Second down and 11 here for Mason Pryor. He looks to throw now. Looking, feeling some rush, stepping away. Trying to go down the field. He wants end zone. Wilkerson, and that ball's intercepted here, but it's out of bounds. Third down now here for Pryor. Got to get inside this 30-yard line. Looks to throw, slings it over the middle, and that is Tyler Higbee, the veteran tight end now, and his turn for a reception. Higbee, the ex-LA Ram here. Pryor staying in this aerial attack. Looks to throw, scrambling away. Wants Collins, and he got it. Touchdown number 5 of today's action here for Mason Pryor. It looks like he's back at his peak positional group. I formation here for Stafford he will start at his own 25. He needs a drive here. Here goes Hines. Hines breaks initial contact, and he's able to get the first down and more. And if you're the Rams right now, you need a drive here to stay into this ball game. You got to put up some type of points here. Stafford looks to throw, slings it over the middle, and Cup wasn't open. Second down and 10 now here for Stafford. Under center, dropping back, looks to throw, and a free rusher is in Nick Bosa, and he gets his second sack of today's action. Now it's third down and 14 here. Stafford, what do you call here with 3 tight ends? He looks to throw, looking, feeling the rush here. Settle couldn't get there. Jay Newman with a great catch here on the sideline. It's fourth down, and they're punting. Houston here will start at their own 31-yard line, dagger in hand, and here goes Tony Pollard. Pollard with an excellent run here for a gain of 9. I do think if you're this Houston team, you want to score a touchdown here, put the dagger and get this ball game over with. Here goes Tony Pollard, back-to-back carries, gets the first down. As Dameon Pierce checks in today's action, here is the 2 tight end with a fullback in. Here goes Pierce. Pierce up the middle, gain of 8 himself. And now Houston will spread out this defense here. Second down and 3. Looks to throw as Pryor. Quickly gets this ball underneath Wilkerson, who tries to make a move. And Paul Wilkerson will get the first down. Second down and 11 here. Empty look now here for Pryor. Takes the snap, slings it quickly over the middle. Here's Ridley, and Calvin Ridley does it again for his offense. Gets the first down and a lot more. Dagger in a hand here for third down and 7. Pryor can pick up a first down. He looks to throw, though. Looking, feeling the rush. He wants end zone here. Ridley came back for it. Caught, touchdown, Houston. And right there, that should be the dagger here in Week 10. I do not expect this LA team to be able to come back into this ball game. As we fast forward here to past 4 minutes here in today's action, The LA Rams here are driving, as we do have a lot of backups in right now. We've actually played only one offensive possession here as Derek Stingley gets his second INT of today's action. What a job right there by Derek Stingley. Oh my. We were able to go down the field, get a field goal, and as you guys just saw here, we got a big time interception here. Rookie quarterback Daniel Williams, is in at quarterback. We're just giving him, this quarter, some other players, some important playing time out there. But so far, everything looks like a victory here in week 10. And, so far my evaluation of this new offense, we've put up over 1,000 yards in just 2 weeks, which is much, much better than really what we're used to throughout this early portion of this campaign. Been really enjoying seeing that, as well as, our running game has taken a new level as we're dealing with some injuries here across the backup offensive line, which stinks, but overall the offense has looked fantastic. Defensively, we continue to improve and get better, but overall just really enjoying our new play style and everything, as Josh Cole, the third-year back, is able to get the first down. Let's go see how Daniel Williams can look at quarterback. He starts at his own 23-yard line as he's moving up this field, looks to throw, slings it here to Brock Morgan off the hands of the defender. Williams in the shotgun now, as they're gonna look to throw yet again, slings it over the middle. Here's Leon Holt here, the rookie receiver. We drafted in the later rounds. He's the speedster in this receiving group, as he gets the first down and a lot more. So we're going to turn to an I formation after getting the first down. Here goes Josh Cole, the young, talented running back, is able to break free. Ramsey can't catch him. Josh Cole will go all the way. This is going to be a long touchdown here for Josh Cole. His second career rushing touchdown is going to go here in week 10. What a job there. Excellent blocking there. And we will go up 55-17. Now we get to see a little bit of the backup defense. We have our same 3 starting corners, same linebackers, but a lot of this defensive line is young, and I want to see what these guys can do out there, as that's a quick pass here to Toon. And yeah, our defense has looked fantastic so far in these last 2 weeks, really throughout this entirety of this campaign. And overall, it makes me very excited to see what our future can hold here, as this pass will go down the field here. Cup will not make that catch. Our defense makes another great play. It's 3rd down and long here. Like I was saying, our defense has looked fantastic here. I think we have a complete defense. It's really up to the offense to really not deal with any more cold streaks here, as this pass here will go to Kyle Phillips, who's been very impressive in today's action. If our offense can just stay consistent, I definitely think that we're going to see the same team that we saw last year, and I think it's going to get to that point now with this new offense playbook here. As Stafford broke the sack, he's looking down the field here. This ball's off the hands of multiple defenders. John Franklin Myers almost got a big-time sack. But like I was saying, if our offense just gets consistent, this defense can match up, I believe, versus any team in this league. We have 3 number 1 corners. We have an excellent front 4, and we just have everything working in our favor, as LA will face a 3rd down and 6 down the field off the hands of Kyle Phillips. It's 4th down. I think they'll go for it here, but I assume they might even punt. Who knows? And they will punt, as Daniel Williams here will start at his own 14-yard line. We'll see what we can do here. We'll start with the carry here with Tyler, and the receiver, Tyler Millington, he fumbles the football. This is our first turnover of today's action. The rookie receiver, who has that 99 spec catch, who's a very intriguing prospect, just fumbled the football, and now LA has an opportunity to get some points here in the late stages of this ball game, trying to make this more of a respectable score. This pass on the outside here for Kyle Phillips goes for 3. But those are the type of plays that we just really can't have on offense, is just turnovers, stuff like that. That's the stuff that really hurt the offense, as this pass here will go for a touchdown. LA here, backup tight end Truman. But like I was saying, if we can avoid the turnover, which is very hard to do, I think, here in Madden 23, we should be okay here. So right now we're up 55-24. I believe that this will be the final score. And here in week 10, the Houston Texans will be beating the LA Rams 55-24, and back-to-back weeks we were able to get victories, getting back on track here in Houston, and our offense has looked prime again. We not even just look better, in my opinion, than the first 4 weeks of the season. We look like the offense of last year, where we were able to just dominate teams as we threw for 400 passing yards, 420 passing yards, over 200 rushing yards, forced 3 turnovers. We did an excellent job here today. Mason Pryor looked perfect. I think he threw 6 touchdowns, I want to say. But yes, 6 touchdowns. Pryor looked perfect out there. And this is the type of games that we're expecting from Mason. It's just that, can he stay on this hot streak here? Dameon Pierce had a quieter day, but Josh Cole popped for one for a big rushing touchdown. Overall, happy with the running game. Ridley continues to get massively involved. Collins had a big day. Paul Wilkerson caught a touchdown. You know, it's kind of interesting that Ridley has been getting a lot more action, and maybe it's just because the slot receiver. But we got a lot of other receivers involved, which I'm happy about. No sacks allowed, which is huge. We got 2 from Bosa, 1 by Gaver Turner here, the rookie linebacker we just signed, Evans and Dwight, and Derek Stingley got 2 more interceptions. Jalen got one of his own. So overall, complete ball game here. We are staying in this winning fashion, happy about that. And as we sim to the next week, we are right now 6-3. Tennessee's 8-2. The Colts are 6-4. Still a tight divisional race here, but now we get the Jacksonville Jaguars that are very surprisingly 0-9. They are a quality team, but I guess things just have not been working out with Trevor Lawrence. I don't know. But they're 0-9 right now, not looking particularly great. So hopefully we can continue this winning fashion here, as we're gonna need to, because you guys can see in the next 4 weeks, you know, we got Jacksonville twice, but we also have the Bills and the Colts, 2 teams that are very tough, and this Bills game is something that we're circling. We do have an defensive back breakout chance for next episode. Tandem offensive, so we have a lot to do here. We did get a weekly award. Let's quickly look at this, and it is for Mason Pryor, who threw 6 touchdowns, 18 rushing yards. Happy about that. Let's do a little bit of a stat update, as we're already past, you know, the halfway point of the regular season. So far, Mason Pryor, and you know, we actually have improved in terms of the offensively. Mason Pryor, 21 touchdowns to 15 interceptions, 2,400 yards passing, sacked 21 times so far this season. Daniel Williams, who's been getting a little bit more playing time. I really want to see what this rookie quarterback can do. He's been looking good out there. I'm happy with what Williams has provided, but Pryor, those turnovers just have to be cut down. But other than that, we're looking good here. Running game, you know, Dameon Pierce, 700 yards and 7 touchdowns. He's looked good. Pollard, 250. Josh Cole, 185. So running game's looking solid. Receiving, Nico Collins, right now, 51 catches to almost 860. Receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. Paul Wilkerson leads us with touchdowns with 7, 670 yards receiving and 41 catches. Ridley with 32, 404. And don't forget, a lot of that production was in San Francisco. If we want to look at the production since becoming a Texan, I believe it's been 3 weeks now. Yes, so you've seen his production go up. He caught his first 2 touchdowns as a Texan this week, and he's just improved. And I think he just had his best game, one of his better games this campaign. For everyone else, Richardson and Palmer, and Higbee combined for about 28 catches, over 300 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. Gotta kind of get some more production out of one of them. They've both kind of underperformed. We kind of just need that 4th option here in this receiving aspect. Tony Pollard hasn't been that guy. We'll see what can happen here. For the offensive line, Kenyon Green has looked like the best lineman out of all of them, and Tevin Booth leads us in 7 sacks here. But overall, the offensive line has looked solid. Nova leads us in tackles, as well as in tackles for a loss. We'll see if anyone else can kind of pick it up here in the second half of the campaign. Nick Bosa leads us with 10.5 sacks. Dwight, the rookie defensive lineman, with 5 sacks here. Don't know his development trait. We'll probably know that by the end of the season. And really all of his points have gone to run stopping. Usually the rookie year for pass rushers, that's what I do. And then for Stephen Dalton, who's been playing basically every snap, has 5 sacks of his own, and he's looking solid out there. Been happy with what Stephen Dalton has done, and, you know, career high in terms of sacks, and hopefully he can continue to provide that for his team. Still has a couple years on his deal. Anyone else standing out? Myers has yet to get a sack with us, you know, and we got a few other guys. Who leads us in turnovers? Marcus Cook, the second-year corner with 4 interceptions. He's quieted down since the beginning of the campaign, but he's looked good. Christian Harris with 3, Adoree Jackson with 3, Derek Stingley with 3. We have done an excellent job of kicking back up these turnovers here. Field goals, Matt Gay has been perfect except for 1 missed extra point, and overall, everything else has looked very good for this team. So that's the stat update. We'll probably do one more with during this season, probably by the end of the year or something. But overall, happy that we got this victory here. We are now 6-3, and next time we'll be playing against the 0-9 Jacksonville Jaguars, as we're gonna try to win this division over the Tennessee Titans. So guys, let me know down below what you thought of today's action. Please leave a like, comment down below what you thought, and don't forget to subscribe. Who do you think out of all these offensive playmakers in this up and coming draft class we should be considering? Let me know down below. I will see you in the next one.